1949. How did we get here, and how can we change the system so getting Hypixel levels becomes stimulating again? Well, first of all, how did we come here? How did we come up to this point where number 10 isn't even achievable anymore if you don't want to pay to win? How did we get here? Well, first, let's go back a few years ago. A few years ago, a player by the name of Skier, who's now very known because he's a YouTuber, used to be top 1 with a level of 450 something. Now, the way he achieved top 1 is by using a lot of boosters. Now, I'm not saying that he only used boosters, because that just isn't true. What is true, though, is that in order to achieve top 1, he bought boosters and queued them. I don't know if he had like a specific tactic or not, but that's what he used essentially to be number 1. And level 450 something, right, back then was just absurd, because top 1000 back then used to be around level 150, 160. Then, as the years went on, as the years went by, months went by, another player by the name of Spetnix also did what Skier did. Him and a few other players, but mainly him, also did what Skier did. He queued a lot of boosters, and he eventually reached number 1. And when someone passed Skier, that was kind of a legendary moment. Oh, Skier was finally passed on the leaderboards. I remember everyone was standing in front of this leaderboard, which back then used to be, in a different place because the lobby changed, but whatever. Everyone was just standing there like this. It used to be here in the past. Everyone was standing there and being like, oh my god, Skier was passed, etc. So a player just got banned. Wow. So when Skier got passed, that was a legendary moment. And that's the first sign of potential inflation in Hypixel levels that we saw. But what really added the most fuel to the fire, let's say, is this event right here. So Hypixel, to compensate for some downtime, activated this, as well as triple coins and double skill experience in Skyblock. But this is the main thing. Now, this event was supposed to last for just a weekend. But as you can see here, we want to make sure everyone gets a chance to experience the event. So we have not yet decided how long we'll have this run. This is the main problem here. Because of this, right, Hypixel didn't have an end date to that event. And they saw that a lot of players were, rightfully so, buying boosters. So, I mean, in my opinion, that's probably the main reason why the event lasted a month, because it did last a month, or around a month, right? I don't know the exact date, but around a month. So when you have triple XP for a whole month activated, just activated, it's just constantly activated, this happens. Players with join dates of 2021, 2020 with 0 quests just queue boosters and go in lobbies and advertise, oh, do /tip all everyone for good luck, etc. They go in lobbies, they advertise, and they gain levels and gain levels and gain levels, and eventually Hypixel level 1000 was achieved by, I believe it was Lego Block. I think it was. But the fact that I can't even remember who exactly achieved Hypixel level 1000, the first, just says everything. I mean, the inflation is so big that for someone who only quests, it's impossible for someone who doesn't pay to win to get on this leaderboard. because currently the #1 quester is still Hunt's, I believe. But of course he's probably going to be passed soon because I believe that he quit. And I also believe that he didn't use any boosters, and he's level 550 something, which by the way is absolutely nuts. If he didn't boost at all, that's just crazy. If he didn't use boosters, sorry, not boost, that's a different thing. So it's basically impossible for someone who just quests to get on this leaderboard. And as you can see here, there is no questing leaderboard anywhere. So by the way, Hypixel, add a questing leaderboard, please. That's like one of the main mechanics of your whole server. One of the main things on your whole server is questing. You know, how do you get this number up? By questing, you know. But looks like Hypixel just completely forgot about that nowadays, you know. And so you remember when I said that top 1000 was a level 150 or 60, something like that. Well, now, that's why I have this open. 375 is the level required to get in the top 1000. Ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely nuts. Me being someone who played on many accounts, played for a long time on this server, this right here, top 1000 at level 375, is absolutely crazy. And so, you know that inflation is a thing. You and I know that, you know, just the levels are way too high, numbers are way too high. You go to Bed Wars, the levels here, 3,363. That is more than 10 times what the #1 player, which was the Uleb back then, in early 2018 had. He was level 300 and I believe 30 something when he quit, and then he came back, and then he quit, and then he came back, and then he quit, and then he, you know, but and now he quit, by the way, but whatever, that doesn't matter. What matters is level 3,363. It is not stimulating. No player is going to go there and have even no player is going to want to get on the leaderboard. No player is just going to want to grind for that long, because the level is so high, because the number just grows constantly. It just grows, and the inflation, you can see the inflation like that. But you know a way to not see inflation? You want to hear a way to make grinding stimulating again, Hypixel levels stimulating again? Do you want to know a way to get players, new or old, to go quest again, or, you know, just grow their what is now Hypixel level? Do you want to know a way? This is the way. This, titles, ranks, divisions, rookie division, iron division, gold division. Do you know how better it would be if you went into this lobby, and instead of here for the number 10 saying that this player has 103,279 wins, do you know how much better if it would be if it just would have said Divine 1? Do you know how much better it would be? Because then a player would go into a lobby, see Divine 1, and they would want to grind ranks. They would want to grind divisions. They would want to grind titles, because titles, colors, are stimulating. Normal numbers isn't what's stimulating, and I can't comprehend how Hypixel didn't understand that. The reason why most players quest is to get the black plus color, because plus colors are stimulating, because colors are stimulating. Because why do players grind duels the most? The duels is the most grindy game mode. Why is that? It's because there are titles, there are divisions, you know, and now there's even more titles, so you grind even more. There's prefixes, whatever. And so Hypixel, it looks like they kind of understood that, but didn't really implement that in every single game mode. Another game mode where this could be very useful, I mean, there are many examples where you could replace just you know, big numbers by titles. Classic games tokens, okay, maybe not tokens, because, you know, tokens, I mean, you can't have like a title of tokens. Maybe you could, or whatever. Quake, you know, Quake kills, I mean, 2.5 million. Same goes with paintball kills, you know. Same goes with many things. It would just be much more better to just have a title, you know. Because when a player, because then that's kind of, when a player reaches a certain title, it's gratification, right? It's very satisfying. You know, I remember because on my main account, I used to main duels, you know, have, what, 17.6k wins, which also right now, I'm not even top 1000, you know. In the past I used to be top 300, 200, but whatever. That also, duels is also an inflated game mode, but for a good reason, because players do want to grind duels, because there are titles, and sure, some titles, you know, may, you know, just take a long time to achieve, but titles are stimulating, whereas just normal numbers that just grow are not stimulating you. I'm not going to repeat myself anymore. Another thing that I wanted to say is that, you know, when you have a prefix, if the color changes, if the prefix is bold, if there is, you know, that's what's stimulating. And so in my opinion, you could easily replace just Hypixel levels, and the level just being numbers. Maybe just create Hypixel divisions. So in the beginning, your division, I don't know, 1 in the beginning, you know, your division, I don't know, Iron Division, then your Gold Division, you know, as with ranked Skywars, just create divisions, and then in front of your name here, in front of the rank you have, or if you have no ranks, well, you know, just in front of your name, it can say which division you're in, or it can have, you know, some kind of prefix to show which division you are in. That would be a much better system. And then boosters, okay, I mean, that would be great for the people who, you know, don't use boosters. You probably, you know, lose some money, not gonna lie, but that would be great. Not that you lose money, but that you implement the system, because then people are gonna want to play the game, and then maybe you can invent another way to monetize that. Okay, that's not my job. My job is just to kind of put ideas out there, and I think that this would be a much better idea, and you can implement that in every single system that is inflated. Achievement points, levels, Bed Wars levels, Sky Wars levels, Quake kills, paintball kills, just so many game modes, so many ways to implement this, you know. And so, I mean, yeah, just do it. I mean, I see no reason why, except monetarily, but I mean, you know, priorities, I guess. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Hopefully you like these kind of styles of videos. Hopefully you also enjoyed the video. I usually don't ask for this, but if you did, you could leave a like, or if you want to see more content from me, you can subscribe. And I hopefully they will implement this, or at least someone from the staff team, you know, forwards or shares this video with other members of the staff team, and then something happens, you know, we pray, cross fingers, etc. Hopefully. But if not, that's completely okay. But at one point they will have to change the system or just do something. So I can't wait to see what they will do, but they probably should do something about this. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I think I talked for long enough. Have a nice day, and stay safe as always, and goodbye.